Taken office 7 years ago, he asserted that women's empowerment has crowned joint international efforts exerted over the past period to protect and enhance women's rights at the political, economic and social levels, noting that women make up one half of the society, hence they should be backed and supported to guarantee the constant reform and development of their communities and achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. President Sisi said that at the national level, Egypt has managed over the past phase to make steady steps in the field of equality and women empowerment, noting that in 2019, Egypt celebrated the 100th anniversary of the participation of Egyptian women in public life. President Sisi honored a huge number of women who were described as social fighters. 2017 was decided to be named the Women's Year as recognition for what they did for Egypt. The head of state also reiterated that Egypt was among the first countries to outline a national strategy for women empowerment at the economic, social and political levels, as well as amending legislation which guarantees women's enjoying of full equality and equal opportunities in a way that led to supporting their influential participation in the social mobility without any distinction, along with securing their protection against all forms of violence and harassment and providing them with care at various stages of their age. Setting strategies, women always had the priority, as nearly up to 5 governmental strategies were announced during the past years for women empowerment, including Egypt's Vision 2030, National Strategy for the Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030, National Strategy to Combat Violence Against Women, the National Strategy to Combat Female Genital Mutilation, and the National Strategy to Combat Child Marriage. The President said that Egypt's efforts to empower women have borne fruit in several outcomes. First, women representation ratio in the cabinet and the Egyptian parliament reached 25%, adding that women have recently joined the judges panel and assumed important positions such as governor and advisor for national security. The President further stressed that Egypt has always been keen on cooperation at the regional and international levels through participation in all initiatives relevant to women empowerment and elevating their status. Egypt is hosting the premises of the Arab Women Organization, an affiliate of the Arab League, and was also honored to be chosen to host the premises of the Organization for Women Development, an affiliate to the Organization of Islamic Conference. Egypt will also chair the Women Ministers Conference of the OIC for 2 years. In May 2019, Egypt announced the start of outlining the first national plan of action to carry out the agenda of women, peace and security, to crown the contributions of Egyptian women in the making, maintaining and building of peace.
Welcome back, and back to you, Dr. Nevine, and presidential initiatives that were made for women, particularly for women, and there are many of them.
Yes.
Many, particularly for women, and many women are included in them. So give me an idea or brief me about them.
Many initiatives, like you said. Some of them are health, some are social. If we talk about the health initiatives, the initiative of 100 million health, and another initiative was very popular and very important for women is the early detection of breast cancer.
Indeed.
In all governorates. Also,
the well-being of mothers and women at large.
Women and children and the whole family. Also the awareness of 2 children. This was very important, especially in Upper Egypt when they have like 10 kids, and the awareness of the 2 are enough. It is called 2 are enough.
By the way, speaking of this very particular point, because this does not only affect the life of families and their ability to raise them up, but also the health of women,
of course,
and their ability to manage to take care of all those children.
Exactly. And what happens that they are not educated because they need them to work and to earn their living. So they push them to work, and sometimes there is another important initiative Dr. Nabila Makram made. It's called Boats for Rescue Boats, and targeting 8 governorates of Egypt, of the most governorates, pushing their kids for illegal immigration.
Yes.
And this initiative also is very important under the advice of his President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, to educate and to make vocational training for these governorates, to assure that they don't come out with illegal immigration, because the mother, she has 10 kids and she says, okay, if 5 can go to the other side, they will bring us money. This is how wrong
perceptions are we meeting here.
So a lot of initiatives, awareness in the 27 governorates of Egypt. Also the Ministry of Youth are using the youth centers in the 27 governorates. You know, the Ministry of Youth, they have 4,300 centers around the 27 governorates. So they are used also for the awareness and for the education and the social norms, that even if your kid wants to immigrate, they can immigrate as professional, vocationally educated and well educated and well respectable. We're talking about other initiatives like Ta' Marbuta, the She initiative, and also the social solidarity under it. A lot of women. There is a big initiative called Takaful and Karama. How are you going to translate this?
It is Takaful and Karama.
Takaful and Karama.
We don't.
80% of Takaful and Karama are women. 80% of them are women. Also 69% of the loans for SMEs are for women. Above 50% of the funds and the help for the needy and the underserved. Another initiative is the housing. Around 250,000 houses for the underserved and the rural areas. Also, it is for the safety of women and our girls, because of course they are living in the slums.
And that goes within the framework of the big picture, which is Haya Karima, or
exactly, Haya Karima initiative.
Yes.
Girls, when they're living in the slums, they don't have bathrooms. They don't have it's shared bathrooms, and it's very unsecured for them. They get harassment. They get a lot of problems. So. As you see, the initiatives are digging deep and digging under the iceberg of the real problems.
So we can say here that presidential initiatives aimed for the well-being of women, so they can really act as an active partner in the society. We're speaking here about health, well-being, social well-being, and also economic well-being.
Exactly.
Yes. Here I have to say that the Egyptian constitution, or the 2014 constitution, enhanced the legal framework for women, as for the very first time they put 20 articles from the constitution addressing women issues. And we're speaking here about ensuring equal opportunities for women, transfer the nationality to their children. That was a very critical issue.
Exactly.
Yes. Allocate a quota of the seats of local council for women, social, economic and political rights, social security services, prevent discrimination, protection against all forms of violence, women's empowerment, commitment to care, all at various stages of the lives, and commitment to international conventions on human rights.
Exactly.
All these were included for the first time by law.
Yes. We overcome also another big initiative important for the entrepreneurs and for the small startups. A lot of fairs, a lot of fairs and to sell their products and to teach them to sell their products.
Yes, we have with us here this important conference that was headed by Dr. Maya Morsi, the head of the National Council for Women. She's a great woman herself. And she is the one who said that women are living in their golden era. Yes. And indeed we are.
We are.
When we speak about women, then we have to also address households.
Yes.
And women who are working in small, I can't say even micro because, or even macro, it's smaller.
Yes.
How do you view those women? How the states try to involve them or to help them in their daily lives or in their daily bread life?
Yeah. You know that Egypt, during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, we are the first country to really help women. And this is by research, by the said in the United Nations research, and help a lot of underserved and a lot of women who doesn't have their daily bread by giving them support. Also the social solidarity projects and Takaful and Karama and Haya Karima, all these initiatives, they have now the list of women and the list of household who need help. Also, one of the tackled challenges is the unofficial businesses of a lot of small micro businesses of women, and this is also being assisted by a lot of TOT initiatives in the 27 governorates to help small businesses and small startups to know how to register, to know how to do for them like incubators. Also, the Minister of Development doing a lot of initiatives for women to help them go legal and official.
Right, because I'm running out of time, so a big salute, of course, to important women who are carrying the helm. Now, I have also, you told me to remind you of Dr. Faiza Bonega, the first presidential advisor for
for the president,
for the national security,
and Dr. Ghada Wali,
definitely,
being the director in the United Nations in Vienna, and this is an honor for us.
And all our great women throughout the Egyptian history. Let me take here finally, how do you view the challenges facing women at this upcoming stage, and how do you view the status of women in this in the coming future?
I see that women has taken all their rights, and they are partners in the roadmap of growth and sustainability and economical growth of Egypt. And I see we have a very bright future. Skies has no limit for women.
The sky is the limit.
And we broke the glass ceiling, like we said. And
so the challenges facing them, or what do women aspire for? And I'm not speaking here about aspiring a brighter future or more.
I know.
But what do we aspire?
A lot from my mentorship to startups, so I will take it from an economical point of view. A lot of women, they don't know how to go officially with their businesses, and this makes their businesses very short time, life cycle, very short. They don't take more than a year, and then they are back to square zero. They close, they lose money, and they don't continue. So I think this is the coming challenge that already the government is working with all the ministries, and all the state are taking care of this issue for women, to help them go official and to succeed more.
Mm-hmm. As for the very simple woman, I guess that raising awareness between people of the real role played by women and the importance of women and respect
Yes.
for women is something that we have to work on, and to raise awareness of the society in this upcoming stage. And I guess that is a challenge that we all have to work on.
Yes, and especially in schools, in young children, to grow up with this perception and with this belief as a social norm.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Dr. Nevine, Nabil, Nakhla, trainer and mentor for women entrepreneurs and SMEs, we thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Delighted. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And dear viewers, many thanks for watching. Tomorrow, another important file of achievements made in Egypt during the past 7 years. Tomorrow is a very important day. Tomorrow is the 8th of June. That was the day when President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi assumed his responsibilities for the very first time 7 years ago. Many thanks for watching. Good night.